Alright, what's up, guys? I am Jammer, I guess, here with Ernesto, or AKA,
PlayStation Fever or Fever once again.
whichever works. So, we're just going to be talking about PlayStation Now, which is coming out tomorrow, October 14th. It's the beta, not the real thing, but we're just going to talk about it on the PS Vita because it has come out for the PS4. I do have some videos of it, and I tried it out, and so it didn't do as well. It did alright for the PS4 with wireless connection, but as you know, Vita can't even get a wired connection, so I don't know. We just want to talk about it a little bit. So
Yeah. So, if you don't know what PlayStation Now is, it's a streaming service that Sony has. For right now, it's on beta for PlayStation 4, which allows you to play PlayStation 3, and they're going to continue supporting with PlayStation 2 games and stuff, and you can play it on your PlayStation 4. It's going to come out for the PlayStation 3 very soon, and I think it already came out, I'm not sure. But the Vita, that's kind of new, so you can play PS3 games on your Vita streaming them online, which is kind of different and cool, I think. But we're going to talk about pricing and if it works or not, and the games that are going to be supportive and all that.
yeah. So first off on the bat, I have just let's just talk about what it does. Like, how do you work it real quick? So basically, what it is, you don't really you own games, but for a set amount of time. I'm not sure of the increments you can do it, but I know for the video I made, I rented it for maybe a few hours. I think it was like for 5 hours or 4 hours, and it was like 99 cents or $1 or something like that. Not too bad, but I only could play it for 4 hours when you think about it. Whenever you do save it, say I do it for only 4 hours, it saves my data. So if when it runs out and I come back and I rent it again, it saves my data, so I don't have to restart anything, which is pretty cool. But it just makes it so they make even more money on it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you can once you save it, you can continue to do it, end up buying it or purchasing it or renting it again. And I think it's a smart idea. I love it. Being able to play PS3 or heck even PS2 games on your Vita is genius.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, when it comes down, there's what I've noticed because I've used it on the PlayStation 4. There isn't much lag. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it. And it's going to be compatible with like Sony TVs and other Sony devices, which is kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, it's awesome. But
yeah, like pricing is an issue. I think more than anything, people are complaining about pricing because in some you can rent, I think like 30 days or something like that, like a long time. But you're actually better off just purchasing the full game than renting it for 30 days.
Yeah.
And to me, the incentive is maybe just trying out for 4 hours, and it's cheaper, right? Instead of going to like GameFly or Redbox and see if they find the games or something like that. So it's kind of cool just to try out the game more than anything.
Yeah. So whenever you tried it, you said.
Yeah, I tried it on the PlayStation 4.
Did you have a wired connection?
I used the wireless, and so yeah, I didn't use the wire, but the wireless. It was a bit laggy, I would say.
Yeah.
I read into it, and if you get a wired connection, you actually get obviously better connection
Yeah.
because it's 1-to-1.
I actually took Killzone. See, what game did you actually try? I meant to ask that. Real quick.
What was that game? It was Dark. I forgot.
Dark Souls or something.
There we go. That
Yeah.
one.
All right. Well, I tried Killzone, which is Killzone 3. It was really graphical, and for the most part, as I was playing offline, it was pretty good. The graphics would kind of get bad and be a little hard to shoot. But it is a FPS game, so I mean that's the iffy part about it. I went online. I couldn't make it through a game. That also, I was wireless connection. So, but I feel like it's not really meant to go online though. So that shouldn't be too big of a problem.
That's an interesting point because if you can, I don't think for PlayStation 2 games the online function is not going to work
I
on the
don't think
PlayStation 3
so.
4. And for the Vita, the interesting is there is no way you can connect an Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
So if any indication, when I use remote play on my PlayStation Vita to PS4, it lags. It isn't really good. You have to be very, very close.
Yeah.
And I feel that it's gonna be the same case for the Vita. You have to be very close to your internet connection, Wi-Fi, for it to work pretty good. But if you walk maybe 6-10 feet, that's when it's gonna lag. And that's my worry more than anything, the lag.
Yeah, so like that's like you were saying, you can't connect it directly. So how is it gonna work for the Vita? Hopefully, but like I feel like maybe that's why the beta didn't release the same time the Vita or the PS4 released, maybe because they're trying to optimize it more for the Vita, so it
That
does
makes
work fine. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
let's just hope. Yeah, let's just hope the time Sony had to work on the Vita was worth it more than anything.
because whenever I made a video maybe 1 or 2 months ago, I saw Ratchet and Clank what is that? Over the Nexus. What is it
Oh,
called? Into the
I think
Nexus.
the
Into
Nexus, yeah, the
yeah.
Nexus, something like
I saw it
that.
being played on the Vita, and I initially thought it was actually coming to the Vita, but no, it was PlayStation Now, and it was running smooth. It was running full speed. Like I didn't see any delays or lag. So that's actually like now I'm thinking about it. That's actually good, you know. And so I think it should be pretty good. So we should be fine.
Yeah, in that case, if it works really good, then I'll be really excited. Interesting that you just brought that up. It is going to be compatible on the PlayStation TV. And if you don't know, it's essentially a PlayStation Vita, but you can go ahead and hook it up onto your TV. Now, that device does have an Ethernet port.
Yeah.
So in that case, if it lags on your Vita and you have the PlayStation TV, hook it up with the Ethernet cable and get even better connection.
Yeah. So right there, we just talked about our thoughts on how it will work, and now we can talk about the PS TV. Also for the PS Vita TV, so that makes it so the PS Vita TV can play PS Vita games, PS2 games, PS3 games, and PS4 games, all for $100. How crazy is that?
It's amazing. I think one of the coolest things ever. And it comes with a gigabyte internal as well, so that's kind of...
So you can like save all your save data.
And it's small. I've seen pictures of it. It's like literally as small as your palm of your hand, which is crazy.
You can just put it in your pocket if you want.
Right? I don't know what you would do that, but hey, you want to go play with your friends? There you go.
Yeah.
I think more than the coolest thing ever, which for why I want to get it, is because it connects to the HDMI, and then I can hook it up with my capture card, and then you know what? Record gameplay. Record gameplay from the PlayStation TV. And the thing is, not all games are going to be compatible, though. But you know, that's kind of a try and error sort of situation where I'll try a game, it works. If it does, fingers crossed. Because I know Killzone Mercenary is compatible. Minecraft now, I've seen both things. It hasn't been confirmed, but I've seen people saying that it works. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen someone say that they saw it on the list or on the upcoming list or something like that. But we should be fine. Honestly, we should be fine. It hasn't been released yet. That's the main reason. Because Freedom Wars has already been confirmed to be compatible, but it's not on the list because it's not released yet. So we should be fine.
Exactly. I think if it works the way I think of it working, then that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So now we want to talk about how will PlayStation Now impact Vita's overall sales. You know, will it help it, or do you think it's not going to do anything, or what?
I think I wouldn't say it's going to help it 100%. I just don't feel it. I feel that Vita needs its own games to kind of define it. And if it's like the streaming is going to be cool. Being able to play PlayStation 2, 3 games on your Vita is an awesome feature, just like remote play is. But I just don't really see it being like this huge impact on the Vita in itself. I feel that in order for the Vita to get those sales and get that hype, is for it to have its own, you know, type of games like Minecraft. Taking a popular franchise and putting on the Vita. I think that's what's going to help.
Yeah, I think honestly it might. It's gonna definitely. It's better than remote play if you ask me, because this doesn't require you to have something else. You can just go ahead and you can be in a hotel with Wi-Fi and go ahead and rent something. Say you just want to play, show off your friend or something. You can just rent it real quick for 4 hours for a few dollars and show off. I think another thing is, if people see it happening and they don't know what it is at first, they'll be like, oh my god, I can get that for a Vita, and like it might help it, but obviously not that much. Like you were saying, we need a game that makes it sell. But this is another cool thing that might bring in some extra customers. Say they see a game, they're like, I might get a Vita for it, and then they see it can do this, and that just helps and boosts their like wanting for a Vita. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a cool feature, but more than that, it has to be more than just that.
Yeah, if it's not a Vita seller, it's more of a Vita helper, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it just mainly convinces someone, like they're on the edge of it, and then they see that, they're like, okay, I'm buying it.
Exactly.
All right, guys, see you.
Bye.